Hey, this is Adventures with Rhiannon, Retired Slow Plays with Kynseed, part number 24. And I just love this intro, so I leave it in. It's just so beautiful. And it kind of gives you a feel for the game, too, of the graphics. I just love it. So we're going to take up right where we left off. And, faring well. I'm faring well. Thank you, Ash. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to send Ash off to work. It's like, go ahead and head out there to Tirnanog and keep gathering fish. And he's getting higher quality ones, so we're going to let him keep doing that. We're going to go ahead and feed our brownie bowl. Don't forget, feed the brownie bowl. Bad things happen if you forget to feed the brownie bowl. If this is your first time watching any of my episodes, I want to welcome you. I have a lot of new subscribers, and I just want to say a few things. First off, let's check the date and see how we're doing. It's the 6th of winter in year number 6. And a few things. First off, this is a retired slow play. I am not a power gamer. I'm not a min-maxer. I just want to enjoy each little bit of these beautiful games that I'm playing, especially oh my gosh, this game is beautiful, and it has so many tiny details that it's so easy to miss if you're rushing through. We're not rushing through. We are going to figure this game out together and enjoy all of it. And it's a relatively new game. At the time of this recording, it's only been out for just a little over 5 months. There's a lot that's unknown, and there's a new update coming that may make me make some changes, but that's okay. We're enjoying it so much. This has become one of my favorite games I've ever played. And it just has so many pieces to it, and I love all the pieces. And while I'm gifting people some things here, if you have not subscribed, please do so. It really does help YouTube like me better, and it lets me know that I'm doing something that's worthwhile and to keep going. If you like the video that I do, please give me a thumbs up on that. That also helps YouTube like me and helps me like me too, and know that I'm doing something worthwhile. Also, sometime during this video, I'm going to give you a secret word of the day. I want you to go into the comment section. I want you to use that secret word in a sentence. I do not want you to say the secret word is and fill in the word. I want you to be creative. So you go make a comment and use that secret word of the day down in the comment section. And other than that, I want to welcome you to Kynseed. And what we're doing here is I'm trying to work on the friendships of all the villagers, and I'm focusing on the villagers that specifically live in the Vale. The world is broken down into what they call havens, and the Vale is one of those havens. And within the Vale, there are what they call locations. You can call them towns, you can call them whatever you want. Your farm, which is called Willowdown Farm, is within the Vale. Candlewich Cottage, Candlewich Village, Cuckoo Wood, Testy Acres, Cowpat Farm, Crumble Chalk Mine, Dreamer's Nook, the Burial Grounds, Wasp Whisper Ruin, Candlewich West, Festival Green, Druid Across, North Gate, and Worm Abyss, which I don't know what that is. But those are the areas that I'm focusing on making friends with all of the people that live in those locations or towns, if you will. And so the reasons for that is first off, that's one of the goals that I have for myself in the game, is to be best friends with everybody. And I'm doing it kind of organized for me anyway. I don't want to be stretching myself off across other havens. I have to go to them sometimes because there may be quests or I run into people or whatever, but I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on the haven of the Vale. And so you can do test quests for them. There'll be a quest board, or you can talk to someone and they can give you a task to do, or you can talk to them, or you can just give them gifts. So all of those things help increase your relationship. When you get full relationship with them, some of them are going to ask you to do one special quest for them after you are full friends with them. So and then once you do that, then it'll say storyline completed for that person. After that, some of those people are going to have a family chest somewhere. It's not often in their house specifically. It's often in another house or a separate shed or a basement or something. So you kind of have to look around for it. And if you keep giving them gifts after they are best friends, they will start giving you numbers for the code for the chest. There's 3 numbers. And The very first one that we actually came across and worked on was the Brown family. And once we finish the whole quest line or storyline was complete with Arthur Brown, he just gives you the full chest number, so that's kind of cool. And it's too bad it doesn't work that way with the rest of them. Some of them are easy to get their codes, and some are not so easy. It will take us time, and I'm not obsessive about it, but we'll get there, and it'll be interesting to see as it progresses. And so whenever you've been getting messages from people and they may say, hey, I want a secret for you, Pappy Cow likes milk or loves milk, or whatever the case, whatever the wording is. So we found out from someone else that Pappy Cow likes milk. So that doesn't mean that we have to give him that. It just means we have a better chance of him not hating it. Sometimes they'll say Pappy Cow hates whatever. I didn't look at it. Apples, for instance. If Pappy Cow, so I click on NPC. So this one is that Geoffrey hates pork chops. I learned that from somebody. So I would not want to give him a pork chop, because he hates it. So it helps you, those little tidbits help you if you click on that NPC info, if you're trying to figure out what to give them. Okay, Geoffrey wants help after we're best friends. I asked Lucy about the Fae. She says there's a legend about an insect that will fly in your ear and soothe you. Slipper or skipper or something. Ash Brown might know a bit more. If you watch some of the very early episodes of this, we had a task to complete with Ash Brown to catch a silver slipper. So if we recall back to that, we know exactly how to get a silver slipper. Now, and it's a butterfly actually. So this is a task after we had completed all the hearts with Geoffrey that he gave us. So we're going to have to run over there. Oh, look at this. Jeremy sure does love his strawberries. We knew that Jeremy loved strawberries, but oh my goodness. So we're going to have to go get a silver skipper, and that's going to complete our storyline with Geoffrey. And I use Microsoft OneNote for game notes. So I have a section which is called Kynseed, and then I have a page, and I have a page in Kynseed called Storylines Complete. And so when someone's storyline is complete, I make a note of it. If I know that they have a chest somewhere, I've seen it, or it's been hinted about or whatever, I'll make a note that I need to get the code for the chest. And when I get the code for the chest, then I make another note that says chest completed. So that way I know I've completed it. And someone else on the Discord channel, which there is a link below to the Discord channel, extremely helpful. By the way, I thought about this, and I wanted to mention these perk points. It's growing slowly, and I really debated about this as far as when to use my perk points. Do I want to save it up for that level 5, which is the price of the boxes is reduced, or do I want to use it? So I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. It's kind of you get points, reputation points, both in this shop and my other shop, and they're combined, so I could use them for here or the other shop. I probably won't. So back on the subject of the Discord channel, there was someone that made a note of the people who have no stories to complete, meaning you get full hearts with them and then nothing else happens. So they don't give you any additional task or anything like that. And I made a list of those people, and I think it was just the Veil people that they had worked on and made a list of. So that Discord channel is so useful if you're playing this game. There's so many things they can help you with. I encourage you to join that Discord channel. There's other links in the descriptions of my videos, and I encourage you to take a look at those. I try to use things that I try to list things that I am using myself that I have found useful. And you're welcome to list any in the comments if you know more. I have the official Kynseed webpage. I have a wiki that I found that's the fandom wiki that's not too bad. I have an ingredient spreadsheet where in the apothecary you don't know what all these ingredients were used for or what the attributes of them, and it would take you forever to find all of those proverbs that tell you. I am using an ingredient spreadsheet where if I need to make something and it needs to have virility in it, I can look at my spreadsheet and see which ingredients offer that. So I found it to be very useful. And then, of course, the Discord channel link is there as well. So I encourage you to check that out. While I'm on the subject of my channel, you might want to take a look at my main channel, the main page for Retired Geek Woman. It has a number of things. There is a community tab there, and on the community tab I put all kinds of things. It's hard for me to talk to all of you at the same time unless you're watching my videos, and not everybody watches them all the way through anyways. So when I need to make an announcement or tell you something, then I will put it on the community tab. And I also do polls there. I do something like I post pictures of my kitty cat sometimes. And lately what I've been doing is a weekly short video of upcoming videos of the following week. And what this could be, I usually do 3 videos a week. If you'll check the About tab, you'll see my schedule and what games that I'm playing. And then the video does a preview of what's coming up the following week. So if you see something on there, it goes, oh, I really want to know, I want to see that one because that looks really interesting. So that's what I'm doing. They're about 3 to 6 minutes long. I encourage you to check that out. And of course, give it a like if you don't mind. All of those help me a lot. So thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you. Listen for the secret word of the week coming up here at some point. So as you can see, I've really got a ways to go on some of these characters. Teresa, we have no relationship at all with Teresa, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. It's no big deal. And so again, here's Copper. So some of these people out here I just haven't run into as much, and I'm going to really start working on that going forward. Oh, look at this. 9th of winter is Betty Scrumpy's birthday. So if we're smart and don't forget that, then we can give a light gift to Betty, and it will greatly improve our relationship. So we learned that Holly Kettle likes pumpkins. So someone told us that, so we can give her a pumpkin. So again, the more we learn to talk to people, the more we learn things, and it can help speed along that whole process. You can just hit and miss. Here, blueberries. At first, I only knew that he liked the night berries, and I really was resistant to give him night berries, Ignatius Kettle, because I don't have very many night berries. Well, then I found out he likes blueberries. Well, good heavens. We have thousands of blueberries. Well, not that. We get so many blueberries, we never run out of them. So that was a great thing to know that he likes them just as much as he likes the night berries. So save myself some night berries there. So it really does pay attention. It really does help to pay attention, to ask, to give gifts to people, and get those tips and suggestions about other people that will help you along your way. And so what I thought I would do is kind of running up here and seeing who else this is Mother Hubbard. And Mother Hubbard, from the very beginning, you can take her stuff. She puts it there just for us. And that includes coriander. I don't know where else even to get coriander. You can see she's got some bushes and trees up here. They're currently not producing anything. It is winter. So I was really happy to find out that we could come up here and get things from Mother Hubbard. And of course, she is the master of cooking. So we will work with her and find out what we need to get our cooking buffs, I guess I should say. The way the skill work in Kynseed is really interesting. There's 2 levels to it. First off, there's just simply your level. So the more you use your fishing rod, for instance, the higher your fishing skill is going to be. And there's a way to know how high you are. The other thing is, when working with the masters of those skills, they ask you for things. So the fishing master is going to ask you for X number of this kind of fish, X number of that kind of fish, and a certain quality. And then once you turn those in, you get a special skill related, I don't exactly, I'm not saying the words very good, I'm sorry, it's still early in the morning where I am. You get a skill buff that's going to help you, for instance, a better chance of catching 2 fish at once, so higher quality fish and things like that. So those are the 2 different things that play into your skills, and I kind of like that. I don't know that I've seen things like that before, at least in the games that I played, where there's 2 different things that play into your skill. Higher quality fish that you can catch, and of course this special bonuses that you get from doing the things for the skill masters. I've really only focused on twig and the fishing because I absolutely love fishing in this crazy little game. I cannot tell you why. I don't know why. It is not normal for me to like fishing in a game. I've never really liked fishing in any game I've ever played. Sometimes it's a have to. I know that in Stardew Valley, I hated fishing in that game. I only have done what I absolutely have to get by. But this game, I'm hooked on it. And that was a total unintended pun, but I'll take it. So I don't know why. I love it though. So because of that, I've opened a market, and I'm going to specialize that market in fishing. Oh, Herbert Lemon, look at that. Whatever we just gave him, he liked a lot. This will do nicely. Here's a secret for you. Oh, Ignificato likes grapes. Well, that's great, but I'm not giving him any grapes. I don't have very many grapes, and he likes other things. So this is the North Gate, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that. And so I was just kind of running around trying to see as many people as I could, and making sure that I give these as many gifts as I can. And it kind of gives us a little tour of the areas that we've been working in. And you can kind of see the map and how it all works. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I encourage you to. It kind of gives you a lot of background information. And right at this present moment, this map has not been opened. You can see that it wasn't all the way opened. So you have to find the map stones located all around the map and click on them. And apparently I haven't clicked on them, one or more of the map stones in this area yet. And so this little area right here, now, this is what I was talking about, getting this silver slipper, I think it's called, or skipper, whatever it's called. What you have to do is you got to throw a pair in this little pond right here. And then you have to, let's see, I've got to get a glass jar here. So I got to pour out whatever that is so I can have an empty jar. There we go. And I got to take a pair and throw it in here. Now, this is all part of a previous quest. That's the only reason I knew about it. So, boom, there it goes, and there's a little, there we go, a silver skipper, that's what it's called. It was flying around, and you caught it in the little jar, and you can see there it is. So, that's the only reason I knew about it. Otherwise, I would have to have either figured it out or looked it up. But because, I believe it was designed that way, because I had already done that, it says, okay, it gave me another quest that was related to that. One of the things we do every 7 days, it's on whatever Sunday, it has a different names for the days of the week, but whatever Sunday is, you can choose a boon, which is some kind of a benefit, and there is a corresponding curse that goes along with it. One of the boons that I absolutely love is the chance to get seeds when you cut down the weeds. And as you can see, I'm just getting a ton of seeds right here. And it's almost an obsession to me. Now, there's one that landed in the water. You can fish it out with your fishing rod. There we go. And to me, like before the springtime, because I'm going to plant in the springtime, I can load up big time on my seeds, so that I am ready. I don't like having to buy the seeds. If I could choose that boon and just go like crazy and chop down every weed possible. I'm kind of annoyed that I haven't found all of the map stones for this area. I'm not sure why I haven't. Just not sure. I don't know. It just takes a while to find them all, and I wasn't super focused on it whenever I've been around this area. Is that a mushroom? Yes, it is a rainbow mushroom. How about that? 1 star, but we will take it. You never know when you're going to need it for something. And so I like to finish these areas out, but I'm in no rush to figure them out. So that's a map stone that I'd already found. And I saw a fish, like, oh, let's grab it. It's raining, so it's going to be a rainfish. Oh, yeah. Rainfish seem to sell really well. So we'll snag those. And also these cuckoos. We're going to grab those too. Those are great ingredients for the shop. So the apothecary shop. So we're going to hang on to that. And when I see weeds, I'm just going to have to go around. And since that's what I'm kind of doing today. I'm not focused on any one particular thing other than giving people stuff and grabbing a few weeds here and there, and seeds from the weeds, and fishing a little bit if I happen to be in a place that looks like it's got some good stuff. So we are just kind of doing all kinds of things, but at 6 p.m. my shop closes. The apothecary shop closes, and I kind of like to be there around then so that I can make some remedies for the shop. So regarding the shops, I have found, someone told me in the very beginning from the Discord channel that the easiest shop to own and make money was the apothecary. And you can do it one of two ways. You can, well, there's a number of ways, but you can buy the shop and run it yourself. You can buy the shop and have employees. You can buy the shop and have employees and just order ingredients. Okay, let's see what happens if we let this thing out here. So we're gonna release it and return to Geoffrey to complete the task. So let's take a minute to talk about that. Bless you, sweetheart. I'm so impressed. He's already saying the pains have gone and all he can hear is the sweet music of the forge. Please take my precious ring and thanks. Yours, Bosom is wherever she's laying. I don't know what he's talking about. You noticed above it says storyline complete. So the storyline is complete for Geoffrey Black. And so I will go over to my OneNote and I make a note that I have completed the storyline for Geoffrey Black. And we gained reputation, and that was a good thing to have happened. So, back to running the apothecary. I could hire employees and just keep the ingredients cabinets stocked. And if I do that, then they will use those ingredients and make remedies and sell them. The way, though, to make more money, at least from what I have been figuring out, is if I make the remedies myself. So especially if it's, things that I have foraged myself, that's free. All of those ingredients are free. So I just think, and that's how I think I've been making so much money from this shop and reputation, of course. Because if you think about it, if your customer wants a poppy perk up and all your employee has to do is turn around and take it off the shelf and sell it to them, then your customer is going to be happy and the next person in line gets helped, then you're going to make more money because they can very quickly get to those remedies. So as I progress and as I get more ingredients, I find more ingredients and I'm able to make more potions, then the shop can very quickly make more money. So that's kind of what I'm trying to achieve. And so I'm also going through the ingredients that I've been collecting all along here and putting as many of them from my inventory into the ingredient shelf. And that means I have to buy less ingredients. So again, it makes more money. So I'm making pretty good money. They send me a report on that, I think once a week. And you can see from that report that I'm just doing very well in a period of a week. I don't necessarily make a great profit every single day, but over a period of a week, I do make very good profit and I'm making very good reputation. It's 6 p.m., so the shop is closed. So what I'm going to be doing is checking what I have on the shelf and against my inventory list that I have made manually. And my inventory list said I did not have a spring whiff remedy, so I'm going to make one and then it will go on the shelf and then I will update my list. I've mentioned a few times that I do use Microsoft OneNote and I have Windows 10, not Windows 11, and therefore I have Windows 10 Microsoft OneNote, which is wonderful. It is my brain. I have you can make separate notebooks, and I have a notebook for my real life. I have a notebook for gaming, and it really does save my ailing memory from forgetting more than I would otherwise. So I'm going back and forwards between my Microsoft OneNote and here I'm going, oh, that way I don't have to run back and forwards. What's on my shelf? I forgot what's already. No, I can look at my inventory list and say I don't have any burnouts. So let's make some of those and put those on the list. And or put those on the shelf. So this is the cream. There's 3 different ones. I'm sorry. There's powders, there's creams, and potions. And this is the cream. And so basically, you can even see your ingredients that you had put in on the left. You keep going till it says very runny, and you immediately move it over. Turn on the wax. I turn it up super high, and then I turn it down so it's down to a trickle. And then you keep stirring it and hopefully you'll get a perfect. Sometimes I get perfect, sometimes I just get good. I don't know. That makes me bummed. But higher ingredients make higher quality. Look at that, a 4-star burnout. So that's fantastic. And that's based on, like I said, 2 different things. It's based on your the ingredient quality and your they call it mini game performance. So I would, if I had done that, I wouldn't have called it a mini game performance because I'm a role player. I would have called it what do you station performance or something like that, so that it sounds more role play-ish. because I am a role player. I do like to role play myself in games, and that's why you see my character has gray hair, which isn't going to work out very well at all when this character passes on to their heirs, or have to pick an heir to take over, and that person, it's not going to look like my character at all, because they aren't born with, I don't think they're born with white hair. They might, I don't know. In my mind they aren't. So this is a bone no remedy, and it says it cures fracture, 4-star even. I want to do a little bit of a disclaimer here that I am not a professional sound engineer, and while I probably could get the skills to get rid of background noise, I just try to minimize it as much as possible. And I do live on a lake and in a condo community, and for some unknown reason, today is the day they decided to use some bushwhackers and knock down huge weeds and things that are outside, so I had to shut the house up. By the way, I decided to go ahead and choose that perk to reduce my delivery time to 2 days, and we'll just keep collecting them, collecting those perk points. But I want to reduce that delivery time, because I don't scavenge as much as I really should, but I kind of just want to order things when it seems appropriate. But I got to watch that, because if you ordering too many things and you're paying your employees high, then you're going to start losing money. So anyway, who is whistling over there? Somebody was whistling back over there. It's like, who is that? I decided to come down to the graveyard. I do know that, I don't remember, I think it's 3 seasons out of the year, after 9 p.m. you can get Grave Lilac, and look at the stars I'm getting on this Grave Lilac. 4 stars. Now that is a wonderful ingredient to have in the apothecary. So I definitely want to run down here every time I think of it. You know, this particular time I had made as many remedies as I could. I thought, oh, it's still early. Let's run down to the graveyard and get the Grave Lilac. And there's also a primrose here. So I just love coming down here. I love it that I'm getting 4-star ingredients. That's only going to just make my potions, even my remedies, all that much better. Oh, a 5 one. Oh my gosh. I haven't gotten 5-star of much of anything. So, and I don't know why I got 5 there, and these other ones I'm getting, no, that's 5 again. Maybe it's the time. Wow, I'm going to have to pay attention to that. At the 9 o'clock I was getting the 4-star. Let's see what we get here. 5-star at 10 o'clock. Holy cow. That is amazing. So, wow. That's something to make a mental note of. Try to come down here at 10 p.m. And I don't remember which seasons that it has and which one it doesn't. It seems like there's one season that I don't. So, wow. I was very excited about that. And it's like, where is it? Some of the menus are a little bit strange in some cases. So this is under flowers. So I got 6 right now. So that is fantastic. So I can run those up to the apothecary and use them to make all kinds of things. And thought, well, I'm up here, let's just get some weeds knocked down and see what kind of thing. We're getting pumpkin seeds. That'll be great for the fall next year. So lots of things to do. And it's always a matter of trying to pick and choose what those things are. So I'm kind of running around to make sure I didn't miss any of those, the Grave Lilacs. They're all on the graves, and I thought, make sure I've gotten them all, because I really should count how many there are so that I don't ever miss them, because I don't want to miss one because I wasn't paying attention or I forgot to go a certain area down there. Because like I said, that's a great ingredient to have in the shop, and I might as well fish while we're here. The secret word of today is going to be remedies. So sometime down in the bottom, in the comments down there, I want you to use remedies in a sentence. Do not say the secret word is remedies, but just use that word in a sentence, and please be creative and play along, because this is fun. So I'm double checking again just to make sure. Oh, and I also want to check right here, there is a rainbow mushroom. I don't know how to get a higher quality star on that. I'm not worried about it at this time. I don't need them, but as we gather proverbs, we will find out ways to get higher quality items. So if you're looking for one in particular, then you can watch the information that people give you. So when someone says a rating, when it says rating tip, so someone can give you information. It's 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. I sent Ash out at 6 a.m. to go adventuring, and he doesn't get back till 1 a.m. I think that's way too long, and might make a suggestion on the Discord channel. They do take suggestions and things and adjust accordingly if they find that it's the right thing or that it makes sense. I just think that the adventuring for the whoever you send out, a family member, is just too long. I think it should be more like an 8-hour day or something like that. But it's the whole time. I mean, they can't do anything else. They come home and sleep, basically. So I would like to be able to give them other things to do or give them relaxation time. So anyway, just a thought. So if I get home at this time, I want to come home and grab any fish I can out of my little pond. I also grabbed a whistle root that was right there by the pond. And I got some pretty good fish there, a couple star rainbow or rainfish. They do seem to sell pretty well in the shop. And I kept looking to see. I was getting real close to my monitor looking, you know, it's so dark, it's so hard to see. But I would swear to you that you get better fish and you get more fish if the light is off. So that's why the light is off. This area right here, this is where I get most of my seeds, right here. Because it fills up. It's funny, if you keep doing this and I'm still here in the morning, it repopulates itself and you can cut it all down again. So this is a wonderful place to get seeds. And as you can see, I am getting tons and tons of seeds. And I do want to apologize again for this background noise. It was perfectly quiet around here when I started this video, and I have to finish it this morning, and I don't know what the heck they are doing on the hillside out behind my house that overlooks the lake, but it sounds like they've got some pretty large machines out there, and they are just going crazy, and it's driving me crazy. I've shut the house up, which I hate to do. I like leaving my house open for that nice fresh air, but you wouldn't be hearing me at all if I had left the doors open. Whatever. Anyway, as you can see, it's 3 a.m. now, and we are still getting seeds. And also, you may have seen like a little +1 right there. Another thing I am getting is sometimes money. So I get one brass. Brass is the currency in Kynseed. So occasionally I'll get a brass. I don't think that's any big deal to me. I'm going to start making quite a bit of money here pretty fast as things go on. I mean, the shops are going to start doing better. But I don't know. It's 4 a.m. and so I was getting brass. That's what that was. I try to check my mail when I get home, and I'm getting gifts from people that I'm making friends with, and a proverb, a hag's tooth proverb from Edna. Thank you, Edna. And something from Geoffrey Black. And let's see, what does he send us? He also sends us a proverb. And so I love it that they're giving us proverbs that we wouldn't have to go find other places. And we get here a recipe for chopped gooey. Well, thanks, Ned. I appreciate that. So once I got all those things done and it's like 4 a.m., I really like to come home. I like to gather the stuff that Ash is, see, he's not even in bed. I don't know what the deal. And sleep. And it's going to save automatically at 6 a.m. So that's going to be our episode. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you will. Please give my video a like. But the most important thing is I want you to have a wonderful rest of your day.